And we're back for another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be showing what a new crafter who just hit level 50 with their first craft can do to start gearing up their crafter if they don't want to level up their other crafts. So this is my ult, Blue Sideburns. Hello, hello. So literally this ult is just I'm a level 50 Bard, level 50 Paladin, level 50 level worker, and I've got 100 D-Synth, and that's it. I've got and some cross-class abilities. I've got nothing else, no other crafts, no other anything. I've got no cross-class abilities, nothing. And when it comes to the gear that I'm wearing, I've got currently all of the item level 55 gear, so the level worker stuff. I've got the latest accessories, so the Dodar belt, the rose gold choker, the moss horn earrings, the militia wristlets, and the 2 aetheryte rings, which are good because they are the latest anyway, so they don't need to be upgraded any further. But I've only melded them with CP and hit their CP caps and nothing else. So you see here the belt 3 CP on the neck piece, 4 CP on the earrings, 4 CP on the wrist guards, and thankfully the grade 4 CP material on this server are very, very cheap. I picked them up for about 25k each, which is perfectly reasonable gil to spend as a brand new character at level 50. You should have made a couple million gil, and that's why I've limited myself to a couple million gil as well, to make it realistic for a brand new player. And I've also got the CP freeze on my rings as well. I've got the militia offhand, which is the item level 55 one, and the normal item level 55 tool, which you get for finishing the level 50 level worker quest. So what I now want to do is to see, can I get the artisan gear from Talon with this, with no cross-class abilities, nothing. I've only got these abilities, which you can see right here. So you can see no additionals, actions. I can drag waste not 2, I guess, and that's it. So we're going to see what is required. Now, one of the first things you need to do to actually be able to progress your gear beyond this is to unlock your master recipes. And to do so, you need to get your hands on 5 high quality hard hyperglyph levers, at least as a level worker. And thankfully, these right now on the market board of Sargatanis, these are incredibly cheap. These are like 12k each, but I actually had Mithrie craft these because I was able to craft them for 4k a piece, so even cheaper. And for the sake of it, I'm going to be picking up the D-Materia recipes as well, just for the sake of it. So here we go. So what you need to do, you have to come to Talon here in Revenant's Toll, after doing a very quick quest, which literally just involves clicking and reading some chat. You then have access to all these options. We want to click here first, Master Crafting Tomes, and the ones we're going to be buying are the level worker ones, because obviously I have a level worker and a level worker D-Synth. So let's do that. Exchange, yep, trade, and let's see, Master Level Worker book, exchange, yep. So let's trade that. So let's quickly read what it says. It says, you have obtained a master recipe book. To learn the advanced recipes contained within, simply use the book in your inventory. The recipes will then appear under the master category of your crafting log. So let's just move out the way and do that now. So let's do that. So this is the very first step towards getting towards master crafting as a brand new player, and it is really easy to do, as you see. So far so good. Done with minimal effort, minimum everything. So I've got picked up, see, you've learned 21 master level worker recipes, D-Materia, and you've learned 16 D-Materia recipes. So if I look now on the master, you can see here are all of the abilities for 3-star. You need to unlock 4-star separately. Now, Talon sells new gear, which was added into patch 2.5. So if you go here, Artisan Tools is number 1, so you can upgrade your Artisan Tools. So if I can make him 10 high quality griffin skin straps, then he'll give me this Artisan round knife, which is an item level 70 item, which is a good upgrade. And then he also has Artisan gear. So this is different from the crafted gear. So this is different from the artisan's apron and stuff like that. This is purely vendor gear that you can buy for tokens. So I would need 5 to get the specs. For the gown, I would need another 5. So let me write this down. So I need 10 for the primary tool. I need, let me see, for the gown, I need 5. For the specs, I need 5. For the gloves, I need, again, 5. For the legs, again 5. And it'd be safe to assume that for the boots you also need 5, and yes you do. So this is all item level 70 stuff. It's not better than the artisan gear that can be crafted and melded, but it's a lot cheaper to get. This is gear which is designed to be accessible to new players such as Blue. So if I want to buy the entire artisan set, then I'm going to need, let's see, 35 high quality griffin skin straps. So because I've picked up the master book, you can see here griffin skin straps, and in order to make it I need to high quality these. Basically I need hypergriff levers, and it's a 2-star item, so I need 347 craftsmanship. Do I have that? Nope, I'm 30 short. So what I now need to do is think about how am I going to get the extra 35 craftsmanship that I need in order to craft it. And I have 2 choices. I can either meld the extra 35 onto my gear. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is I can eat food. That are the options. But then I also need as well an extra 10 control. So I have to consider that when I'm doing my melding. If I need 10 control and as well, let me see, 35 craftsmanship. So what I'm going to quickly do, I'm going to quickly run to the market board and see, is there any food which will give me both those stats? Because material melding, as we all know very well, is incredibly expensive, and I would prefer not to material meld gear which I am about to be replacing anyway. Okay, so let's now take a look for foods. So let's see here, meals. So let's see if there's any food that has craftsmanship and control. Okay, so there's craftsmanship and CP, but there doesn't seem to be craftsmanship and control. Okay, no problem. So it means that we're most likely going to have to unavoidably meld our gear. So because I am actually, obviously I'm a level worker, I can meld this gear myself. So I'm going to see what the caps are for the gear, and we will continue once I've calculated how to hit the 347 that I need. Okay, so now continuing on, I had to meld a little bit of my gear, which cost me about 500,000 gil to do, because material Saga Tarnis is incredibly expensive. But what I've done is I've melded craftsmanship and control onto my gear. I haven't done anything more than the first forbidden slot in some of the items. So you can see on the headpiece I put 3 control, 4 craftsmanship. On the chest I put 3 control, 10 craftsmanship. On the gloves I put 3 control, 4 craftsmanship. The belt I didn't add anything that wasn't already there. On the legs I added 1 craftsmanship. To the boots I added 3 control. To the offhand tool I added 10 craftsmanship. Didn't add anything to the neck piece. Added 4 craftsmanship to the earrings, 4 craftsmanship to the wrists, and that's it. So this has got me now to 349 craftsmanship, 320 control. Now the thing is that I've spent, along with my live stream and asking around and theory crafting and whatever, it doesn't seem, it is impossible to have a good chance of high qualitying the Griffinstone straps without any cross-class abilities at all. However, I have calculated how to achieve very good results, 70% plus high quality on these items if I have just one level 15 cross-class ability, and that one cross-class ability is Ingenuity, which you get from level 15 Blacksmith. So what I'm now going to quickly do, I'm going to go to Limsa Laminza. I'm going to level 15, because getting to level 15 of any craft is a really fast process. Really fast, especially if you have leaves and so on. And then, once I am level 15 as a blacksmith, and I've got Ingenuity, then I will show you the rotation. And not only have I already got the rotation ready, I've also already got it macroed. So I will be adding it to my crafting macro Google document, which I have on my YouTube channel. So the Blacksmith Guild is right down here next to the Av Castle in Limsa Laminza. So just going to go here and join the Blacksmith Guild. So you need to go to the receptionist. Here we go. So that's armor smith, so this one's blacksmith. Let's talk to the blacksmith. So you want to be a blacksmith? Yes, I do. So join the Blacksmith Guild. Yes. Okay. Righty. So let's talk again. And accept the quest. Okay, that's the quest accepted. Let me quickly enable my background sound. Right, so now let's talk to the Blacksmith Guildmaster, because remember, the Blacksmith and the Armor Smith guilds are in the same building, so you have to make sure you know which one you're dealing with. So let's now talk to the Blacksmith. Yes. So just skipping through this. Okay, so we initially get 100 fire shards, 50 earth shards, and the level 1 blacksmith tool, which we're going to use. And that's it. So now let me switch to blacksmith. As you can see here, blacksmith unlocked. Let's do blacksmith. So here we go. Oops, blue is naked. So let me see if I have... Yep, I have, thankfully, a level 1 crafting set, which I used before. I'm not sure if this applies, this circlet, to crafting classes, but we can try, never know. So, let's see, do I have any gloves? Nope, not for level 1 at least. Do I have any belt? Yep. Do I have legs? Not sure that will benefit crafting, but whatever. And boots. Again, not that will actually benefit crafting. Any accessories do I have? Doesn't seem so. But I mean, I'm level 1, so I won't complain too much. I do have gear for when I reach, I think, level 10. Yeah, so I've got level 10 crafting set. So let me now add a new set of gear. There we go, blacksmith. Done. Now, the best way when you're just made a new craft is to do the level 1 quest. So he's going to ask for you to make your first item. Okay, synthesize. So we need to open the bronze. Sorry, we need to make a bronze ingot in the crafter's for the blacksmith. So what you can do, you can talk to the guild supplier, and we need, for this, we need 2 copper ores, which will cost me 4 gills, so it's not the end of the world, and 1 tin ore. Okay, so let's craft it now. So let me use some... I don't think it will actually benefit me much at this level range, so I'm not going to bother with CP food. Let's just go without it. So let me now do this. Now the thing is, I still have my interface, which I inherited from Mithrie, so I'm not gonna... I don't have that many abilities to use. I literally, as a level 1, I just have basic synthesis, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so because that was the first time I made the item, I got a... let's see, 120 experience for doing it the first time in the crafting log, and another 102 experience for actually making the item. So that is almost to level 2, just like that. So let's now go turn this quest in. So the first craft you do on a new profession is the easiest in the world, so let's hand over this bronze ingot. So he's saying good, good, why not? For a first craft it's not bad. Okay, so the next quest will be available at level 15. Okay, and I'm now level 2. So what I'm now going to proceed to do until level 5 is I'm going to be making one of each of these items. And I think most of these items, so these maple lumbers and these bone chips and levers and stuff, they are available to buy from these guild suppliers. So let's see here, levers, maple lumber, bone chip. Let's see if anyone of them has got a bone chip. Yeah, this one. So this one's got everything I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of every single item until I'm level 5. This will probably get me even beyond level 5. And then I'm going to just basically level until level... random person in here to say hello. I'm going to randomly make each of every single item until I'm level 15 and have Ingenuity. And once I'm level 15 and we have Ingenuity, then we will continue. So, bye for now. And we will continue in a moment. Okay, so I spent a couple of hours to get my blacksmith to level 15. So it didn't really take that long, and I got Ingenuity. And the way I got my blacksmith to level 15 was effectively to just make one of every single item in the crafting log for these first 3 brackets. So you can see 11 to 15, 6 to 10. See, all the yellow ticks means I've crafted one of every item. And I also did about 5 or 6 leaf quests as well, just to push me over the 15 mark. And I did all of the class quests as well to get a few hundred extra free shards. So I've now equipped only Ingenuity, nothing else, as my additional skill. So let's see how we do with these levers. So these griffin skin straps. So I'm going to need 10 high quality to be able to get the artisan main hand tool, which means I'll need to make 8 more. So here we go. And this is a macro that I made earlier on. Okay, so this macro here, and we'll go through it now and see how well it works. So the rotation is in a quiet, steady hand, great strides, Ingenuity, that's what we worked for on Blacksmith, standard touch, great strides, advanced touch, great strides, advanced touch, Ingenuity, steady hand, 3 standard synthesis, on basic synthesis because I don't have enough CP, and finish off. There you go, high quality. So we can now start making high quality versions of the Griffin skin straps, as long as you start with high quality hypergriff levers. So I will paste this macro into the description of the video, and I'll also add it to my overall crafting macros document, which is on my YouTube channel. So anyway, let's do this again, fingers crossed. So if there's any goods or excellence when we are going to hit touch, then it will boost the amount of quality we gain. And I said, remember that what's special about this is that as long as you have a level 15 Blacksmith and Ingenuity, then you can be level 50 of any craft and this will work. And once I start upgrading my gear, so the very first piece I'm actually going to buy is the Artisan main hand tool, which in the case of level worker costs 10 of these straps as high quality. So we'll just finish off with the basic synthesis. Okay, that didn't high quality, but whatever, you know, it's still the fact that I can do this so quickly and so early on with such little extra cross-class abilities, just one in fact, just Ingenuity, is a huge blessing. So like I said, it took take me a couple of hours to work this rotation out, but I'm happy with it. And the reason I want to get the Artisan tool first is because it will give the single biggest upgrade that any of the Artisan gear would. It will give, let me quickly check my list. It will give 32 craftsmanship and 17 control. Cool, so 6 high qualities to go. So Inner Quiet, Steady Hand, Great Strides. Remember, all of these moves are available on all classes except for Ingenuity. Standard Touch, Great Strides, Advanced Touch, Great Strides, Advanced Touch. Yeah, and just remember, guys, that it can fail. I mean, that's just life, you know. Okay, it's because that touch failed that this failed. So we'll just keep this going, because you know me, I don't give up. I don't have reclaim, I don't have tricks of the trade, nothing. I have to just make do with what I have. And also as well, from my gil, I started with 2 million gil. I spent about 730k to meld my gear to get to be able to make this item unbuffed, so I can use CP food, and also on the materials for what I'm making right now. So, as before, just as a reminder, which I did show just before, the stats I have are 349 craftsmanship, 320 control, 389 CP with the Bula base food. And I also explained how to get there with minimal melds as possible. And the reason why I want minimal melds as possible is because this gear is about to get replaced anyway with the Artisan set. Okay, so we have 5, so let's go see what we can buy with 5 high qualities. I might pick up the specs first, just because I think they give the second biggest upgrade. So if I go now to Artisan Gear, is what we want. And we want here the artisan specs. So 39 control. So 34, so I'll get 5 control. And yeah, so basically just 5 control for these specs. It could help. More quality the better, I suppose. But I will, in fact, I'll just go for the artisan main hand tool. Because I literally, to get it, it'll give me a huge increase in my quality and everything. And I just need to craft 5 more of the high quality straps. So let me just go get some more materials and let's get this done. So I hope this gives you some reassurance. I mean, as a new crafter, if you followed my gil saving guide, which I will link in the description as well, you should have, I mean, if you started brand new in Saga Tarnis and leveled your way to 50 following my advice of how to make gil along the way, you should hit 50 with about 3 or 4 million gil. So sacrificing 700k to go from just 50 as a craft to artisan gear, I feel is worth it. So hypergriff skins. I mean, of course, I would still and always recommend that you just level up all the crafts and get the cross-class abilities straight away. But if you really can't be bothered, then this is a way to do it. I'm just spending a bit more gil on the levers. That's it. Of course, the rest of my macros will not work for me simply because I don't have 9 other shared abilities that I would have if I'd leveled up the other crafts. Here we go again. Okay, so once I have 10 and I'm ready to go back to Talon and finish this off, then we will continue. So I was able to craft 10 high quality, and along the way I did get 3 or 4 normal quality, but that's because I barely as a minimum got the stats required to make this item. So, but it still was a really good success rate, something like 50% success rate. So now let me head to Revenant's Toll and pick up my first artisan piece, which is going to be the main hand tool. So here we go, here's Talon. We're going to select artisan tools. And from here, 10, yes, exchange, yes, done. So now let's equip the artisan tool and see how our stats look. So now I've got 381 craftsmanship, 337 control. So the next step is to get the 5 pieces of artisan gear that Talon sells. So if we look here at artisan gear, we need 5 for the specs, 5 for the gown, 5 for the gloves, 5 for the legs, and 5 for the boots, which means I need 25 in total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft the, actually while we're still recording, I'm going to craft one now, and then I'll do the other 24 in between the videos, and then we will come back when I'm ready to buy the full artisan set. So just quickly running to my normal market board, which is right next to my FC house. Hypergriff levers. You need high quality levers, so let me buy some. And for me, this is an investment. So I don't mind spending what is equivalent to 50k gil, because in theory this is 50k gil per class, per item I should say, and I don't mind spending that type of money on these items because they will be good for all 8 crafting classes. So it's really a really small investment considering its application later. If you have a way of getting your hands on cheaper leather, if your friend can make it for you, in my case I should have really made it on my ult, but I wanted to show the perspective of doing this if it is just you against the world. And now that I'm also level 50, I could also just make myself a bunch of spirit bonding gear and start earning my gil back. So I'm not worried about this at all. So I need to make 25. It means I need 50 levers. So I need 24 more. I'm making a lot of retainers very happy. It's annoying though that they've listed these one at a time. So I need... There might not even be enough high qualities for sale. Okay, I need 4. I need 10 more. There we go. Okay, so for now we've bought exactly the number we need. It is obviously possible that we will fail, and a few of them will be normal quality and have to be replaced. But let's try now. So now that we have the artisan tool, I've got 381 craftsmanship, 337 control, 389 CP with food. So let's see how well this macro works. So inner quiet, steady hand, great strides, ingenuity. Okay, standard touch, great strides. Okay, 64%. So slightly better than the 58% I was getting earlier on. Okay, so what I'm now going to do, like I said, I'm going to make 25 more high qualities of the Griffin skin straps, and then we're going to continue. Okay, so at this point I've unfortunately lost audio, so I'll try my best to recover. What I did is I crafted the 25 high quality, and along the way I bought the artisan items one at a time. So every 5 high quality straps I made, I picked up one piece at a time to making the rest of the straps easier and easier. So now I've got the following stats. I'm going to quickly dye my gear metallic gold because I had some spare from before, but I'll do that in a sec. But I was able to do it fairly easily, to be honest, this crafting. I was able to get to this point. I've now got the full artisan set. Very happy about it. So, you know, and that's it. And I'm hope that I've shown you that it's easy to go from being a brand new level 50 crafter with nothing, with very little gil, to get to this point. I mean, it's up to you to sacrifice, or it's not really a sacrifice, it's more of an investment to get these items in favor of upgrading your crafting, because once you start getting better crafting gear, then you can make better items that start making good money. And you can see I've got 387 craftsmanship, 349 control, 342 CP unbuffed. Now there's still a lot more room to grow with my gear, because I obviously have a lot more available material slots on my accessories, which I could use and probably will have to use to push the craftsmanship up if I want to work towards 3-star, which is 391 craftsmanship and 300 and I think 70 something control. And yeah, so you know, so just showing that, you know, my accessories have a lot more available meld slots. So it's something to do. That this is what progression is about, is that it's a constant reinvestment. But the good thing is that all of this gear is shared. The only gear which is not shared between all of your crafts are the offhand tool and the main hand tool. So they have really simplified the process for crafting, that you don't have to meld 8 sets of gear. Because when I originally started crafting, I actually had to over meld 8 sets of gear to achieve perfect stats. So this is worlds away from that. So yeah, so you know, I'm really happy that I've been able to progress this like I have. And you can see I've only got level 50 level worker and level 15 blacksmith on this ult. I've been able to achieve this. So it's up to you which craft you start with. As long as you have the level 15 blacksmith, then this macro set will work, because every other ability I was using during the rotation is available on all crafts, and that's what I was aiming for. This is, I said, aimed for new players. So now I'm going to dye this gear to metallic gold just for the sake of making it fancy. I had the dye spare. So that's the chest, that's the gloves. Now the legs. Now the boots. And I don't have any left to do the headpiece, so never mind. So I'll just save that, and there we go. So I'm getting very, very close to 3-star crafting unbuffed. And ideally, you want to aim for the stats required to make an item unbuffed, so the craftsmanship and control needed, so that you can then use CP food. The more CP you have, it means the more abilities you can press, and that makes the crafting easier to do. Because the second the CP runs out, then you have to just stop what you're doing. So if you need any help along the way with crafting progression with anything, if you have any feedback, like ways that these rotations be improved or anything, just feel free to leave a message under the video or drop by the live stream. I am currently live streaming 7 days a week, and I will mention the schedule under the video in the description as well. And it's turning into quite a nice place for everyone to hang out, just between different servers. If you have any questions, and the good thing as well is that when we group our minds together, then, you know, if one person doesn't have the answer, someone else in the group will, and that's what I want. I want the community to grow and share ideas about crafting and so on. And like I said, so this, I felt from all of my guides, this was the only guide missing, the progression from what is effectively a new character towards 2-star, 3-star. Because when I did it originally, it was just a case of spending millions of every gil I made in overmelding. But I wanted to show that they've made it easier than that with adding these new artisan gear pieces in. So hopefully this video has done that, and hopefully you'll find it useful. I really hope it does. And I have as well on my YouTube channel got my crafted artisan set melding spreadsheet, which you can check out for the ultimate in 4-star, but that's for another time. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Blue Sideburns. Goodbye.